Hello everyone, this is Palak Gupta. I'm a student of Masters in Technology in IT from International Institute of Professional Studies DAVV. This video is a part of an assignment in cloud computing and I'm going to be demonstrating the use of cloud-based tool Bubble. So let's get started. So the first question arises in our mind is what is cloud computing? So, it is a technology that uses remote servers on the internet to store, manage, and access data online rather than local drives. The data can be anything such as files, image, documents, audio, video, and more. Simply putting, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, which includes server, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, and intelligence over the internet to offer faster innovation, flexible resources, and economies of scale. With cloud computing, you don't have to over provision resources upfront to handle peak level of business activity in the future. Instead, you provision the amount of resources that you actually need. You can scale these resources up or down instantly. Okay, so let's move on to facilities that are provided by cloud computing. So it includes developing new applications and servers, storage, backup, and recovery of data, hosting blogs and websites, delivery of software on demand, analysis of data, streaming videos and audios. Now, the next topic is characteristics of cloud computing. This includes on demand services. The cloud computing services does not require any human administrator. Users themselves are able to provision, monitor, and manage computing resources as needed. Second one is broad network access. The computing services are generally provided over standard networks and heterogeneous devices. Rapid elasticity. The services should have IT resources that are able to scale out and in. Resource pooling. The resources present are shared across multiple applications. Multiple clients are provided services from a same resource pool. Measured services. The resource utilization is tracked for each applicant and occupant. It will provide both the user and the resource provider with an account of what has been used. Moving on to the next topic, cloud service model. So there are three type of models which are infrastructure as service, software as service and platform as service. So let's look at the first one. It is an infrastructure management over the internet. The main advantage of using IaaS is that it helps user to avoid the cost and complexity of purchasing and managing the physical servers. Some characteristics of infrastructure as service are resources are available as a service, services are highly scalable, services are dynamic and flexible, and it is GUI and API based. Now the second one is PaaS, which is platform as a service. PaaS cloud computing platform is created for the programmer to develop, test, run, and manage the application. And the last one is also known as on-demand software. It is a software in which applications are hosted by a cloud service provider. User can access this application with the help of internet connection and a web browser. Moving on to the next topic. So it is application building and deploying using Bubble. So the first question that arises in our mind is what is Bubble? Bubble introduces a new way to build software. It is a no-code tool that lets you help build an application without code. You can use the programming tool to build your application while they are hosted and run on the cloud platform. The application editor is accessed through your browser. Simply putting, Bubble lets you build web application. The application can be accessed in a browser, on a computer, tablet, or phone. Applications have a database and user can create an account, save data, retrieve data, etc. Bubble's powerful editor is an open-ended and like a traditional programming language, there is no fixed set of possibilities. By combining different data and logical operation, you can create a very simple to extremely complicated application. Moving on to the key features of Bubble. So the first one is drag and drop design. Using the visual editor, apps can be designed quickly and previewed immediately. The workflow editor lets you assign actions and workflow to the elements of your page. Second one is built-in encrypted database. Your apps come with a unique, fully features and customizable database already set up. Third is secure and scalable hosting. After designing your app, deploying it to the live audience is literally done in one click. Now let's see what are the advantages of using Bubble. So the first one is scalability. It is cost efficient, no code development, good performance, ease of use, easy development, and etc. So let's now see the practical application or the demonstration of Bubble. Okay, so here's the interface of Bubble. You can access Bubble by simply searching it on your browser. After that, you need to log in using your credential. Once logged in, you will see the interface like this. In this demo, I'll be explaining you working of Bubble with the help of a small application which is MyNote. MyNote is used to maintain a to-do list of your works. So once you start building your application, you will first have to enter a unique name for the application, which here is My Notes, and you can even add plugins to your application. And as you can see on the screen, it is the editor window of Bubble. It has 7 tabs. First one is Design tab, which is used to define your app's visual appearance. Workflow, to define user interaction. Data, for managing the data user insert. Style, for recreating reusable design. Plugin, to add extended functionalities. Settings, to define app void control and connect to external services using one click. And logs, for monitoring apps usage and activities. Okay, so getting back at the design tab, let's understand the application that I have created. So on the top I've given the name of the application, which is My Notes, and here it says add your notes. So the user can enter the data in the type here area, and by clicking on the save button the data will be stored in the database. And in this table the user can see what data is stored in the database, and there is a button which says complete. So if the user clicks on complete, that particular data will be removed from the list, which means the user have completed the work and the rest are the remaining ones that he has to do. Okay, so let's see the preview of the application. So to view the preview, you can simply click on the preview button and it will open a new page. So as you can see, here is the preview of the application, My Notes at the top, and add your notes. So for example, let's say we have added pick up grocery, and once clicked on save button, the data will be added to the list. So let's say user has some other work, for example completing homework, and then proceeding with clicking on save button, and the second task is also added to the list. Now let's say the user has done his homework and he can simply remove the note by clicking on the complete button, and it is gone. So this is a basic application which I've created using Bubble Editor. Okay, so all the elements like My Notes, Add Your Notes are text box, Save and Complete are buttons, and Type here is an input button which can accept input from the user, and you can add various elements from the visual list or the containers or elementaries to make your application more interactive. So Bubble is a visual programming language and a hosting provider, which means you can run your application the second you create it. To see your application running, you can hit preview. Bubble has two modes, which are development mode and live mode. And when you change something, Bubble will autosave and prompt you to refresh the page after updation. So, for example, let's say I've removed one S from notes, and now let's see the preview page. So, as you can see, Bubble is asking us to refresh the page. So, after refreshing the page, we can see the S is gone. And to host your application live, we can simply click on deploy, and it will host your application live, and user can access the application through the link. So this sums up the demonstration or application of Bubble, and Bubble is a very powerful tool. Most of the applications that are created with Bubble, which are famous, are like Instagram clone, Twitter clone, YouTube clone. And the main power of Bubble is that it requires no programming knowledge, and Bubble provides us an easy way of creating an application which is interactive at the same time. Thank you so much for watching my video and have a good day.